It's Yankees versus Tigers in the American League Championship Series. I'll give you a preview and tell you who I think will win. Hey everybody, it's Paulie. Welcome back to This Week in Red, where we're talking all things Red Sox and Major League Baseball. So the American League Championship Series is set, Yankees versus Tigers, as the Yankees survive a 5-game grinder of a series against the Baltimore Orioles, in which their hitting was virtually non-existent, but their pitching, led by CC Sabathia, who had a complete game victory in Game 5, led the way. Coming into the series, I said the key would be, can the Yankees get the pitching that they need behind CC in this series? And CC did his part, and the other starters certainly did their part, and the result was a victory over the Orioles in a series in which the Yankees benched Alex Rodriguez, which is going to create a circus atmosphere around this ALCS, as 5 right-handed pitchers will pitch for the Tigers in this series. There's going to be questions as to when A-Rod will start, if he will start, why should he start. It's going to be a circus atmosphere in New York surrounding this series. But as you look at the Yankees, again, it's going to come down to pitching. Can the guys filling in behind Sabathia do what they did against the Orioles and do it against the Tigers team, which has been improving offensively throughout the playoffs? They started to hit a little bit more at the end of that series against Oakland. Prince Fielder had a good Game 5 against the A's. If they can get Fielder and Cabrera cranked up to be a 1-2 punch, reminiscent of the days in Boston when Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz carried that team, the Tigers will have a very good chance in this series, because their starting pitching is a lot better than Baltimore's. And I know the Orioles pitched very well against the Yankees in those 5 games. But now you've got guys with pedigree. You got Justin Verlander, of course, Doug Fister, Max Scherzer, Anibal Sanchez. These are 4 pitchers that are a strong unit for the Tigers, and I think they're going to make the big difference in this series. The Tiger bullpen is not as good as the Orioles bullpen, and the Orioles bullpen, let's face it, they struggled against the Yankees, especially closer Jim Johnson. But the Yankees continue to not be able to get big hits with runners in scoring position, and that is going to have to change if they hope to beat the Tigers in this series. Because as I said, I think the Tiger offense is improving enough game by game that they're going to score their share of runs in this series. And if the Tigers pitch the way they can in the starting rotation, I think that they will win this series, probably in 7 games. It's going to be a long series. But unfortunately, I think the biggest factor in this series will be the cloud around Alex Rodriguez. What will his situation be in this series? How many games will he play? Will he get pinch hit for in big spots? Unfortunately, that's going to be the focus of this series, but I think the Tigers, with their starting pitching, can turn that narrative around. And I think if they pitch well and get timely hitting, that the Tigers will prevail over the Yankees and move on to the World Series. But how about you guys out there? What are your thoughts on Yankees-Tigers ALCS 2012? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends about This Week in Red.